10 creepy facts only Zimbabweans know. Number 1. The mysterious disappearance of Cecil Rhodes' fortune. Cecil Rhodes, the man whose name once graced this country, was a figure of immense power and wealth. His fortune, built on the backs of those who toiled in the diamond mines of southern Africa, was said to be vast beyond imagination. But as powerful as he was in life, death has its own way of humbling even the mightiest. When Rhodes died in 1902, much of his wealth was expected to be distributed among his heirs and various causes. Yet, a large portion of it simply vanished, disappeared as if swallowed by the earth itself. Some say it was hidden away in the Matobo Hills, a place Rhodes held in great reverence. But here's the twist. The locals believe the hills are more than just a scenic spot. They are sacred ground, a place where the spirits of the ancestors dwell. Now, imagine this. A group of treasure hunters, lured by the promise of untold riches, making their way into the heart of these hills. They dig, they search, but what they find isn't gold or diamonds. No, what they uncover is far more terrifying. The chilling presence of something ancient, something that doesn't want to be disturbed. The treasure remains hidden untouched, and those who have gone looking for it, well, let's just say they've never been the same since. Number 2. The enigma of the Chinhoyi Caves. Deep in the heart of Zimbabwe lies the Chinhoyi Caves, a network of limestone and dolomite formations that are as beautiful as they are mysterious. At the center of these caves is a sleeping pool, a body of water so clear and blue that it almost seems unreal. But this isn't just any pool. This is a place of fear and legend. Divers, drawn by the allure of the deep, have explored the pool's depths, descending into the cold, dark water. Some have returned with stories that would make your skin crawl. Tales of ghostly figures, strange lights, and an overwhelming sense that they were not alone down there. But not everyone returns. There are those who have ventured too far, who have gone too deep, only to be swallowed by the darkness, never to be seen again. The locals will tell you, in hushed tones, that the pool is cursed, that the spirits of the old world dwell in its depths, guarding the secrets of the past. So, the next time you're tempted by the beauty of the Chinhoyi Caves, remember, some places are better left unexplored. Number 3. The curse of the Nyangani. The Zambezi River, one of Africa's greatest waterways, is home to the Nyangani, a serpent-like river god revered by the Tonga people. The Nyangani is no mere myth. It's a force of nature, a guardian of the river, and a being to be respected, if not feared. In the 1950s, when the Kariba Dam was being built, the people were warned. They were told that the Nyangani would not take kindly to this intrusion, that it would unleash its wrath upon those who dared to disturb its home. But the warnings were ignored, and the dam was built. And then the floods came, floods so powerful, so devastating, that they seemed almost biblical in scale. Some say it was just bad luck, but the locals know better. They believe the Nyangani was behind it all, showing its displeasure in the only way it knew how. To this day, the river god is said to bide its time, waiting for the moment when it will rise again and reclaim what was taken from it. And when that day comes, you best not be anywhere near the Zambezi River. Number 4. The haunted Bulawayo Railway Museum. Bulawayo, Zimbabwe's second largest city, is home to a museum that, at first glance, seems like a quaint little tribute to the country's railway history. But step inside, and you'll quickly realize that this is no ordinary museum. The Bulawayo Railway Museum is said to be haunted by the spirit of a man who, in life, was as much a part of the railway as the trains themselves. This man, a conductor, was so dedicated to his job that even death couldn't tear him away from it. Visitors have reported seeing a figure dressed in old-fashioned railway attire, moving through the museum as if on a mission. But it's not just the sight of him that chills you to the bone. It's the feeling that he's watching you, following you, making sure you're respecting the history he holds so dear. The museum, with its old locomotives and relics of a bygone era, becomes something far more sinister after dark. So, if you ever find yourself in Bulawayo, be sure to visit the Railway Museum, but don't stay too long, and whatever you do, don't go alone. Number 5. The mystery of the Matobo Hills. The Matobo Hills are a place of incredible beauty, a landscape of balancing rocks and ancient caves, a place where history and nature intertwine. But there's something else in these hills, something that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand on end. For centuries, the Matobo Hills have been considered sacred ground, a place where the spirits of the ancestors dwell. The hills are dotted with caves, many of which are adorned with paintings that date back thousands of years. But it's not just the ancient artwork that gives this place its eerie atmosphere. It's the stories that come with it. People who venture into the Matobo Hills often speak of strange occurrences, sudden drops in temperature, mysterious lights flickering in the distance, and the unmistakable feeling of being watched. Some even claim to have seen figures moving among the rocks, shadowy beings that vanish as quickly as they appear. The locals will tell you that these are the spirits of the ancestors, guarding the hills from those who would do them harm. And then there's the legend of the Rainmakers, those who once climbed the hills to call forth the rain. It's said that the spirits of these Rainmakers still linger, waiting for the day when they will be needed again. So, if you ever find yourself in the Matobo Hills, remember to tread lightly. You never know who or what might be watching. Number 6. The Vanishing Children of Mount Nyangani. Mount Nyangani, the highest mountain in Zimbabwe, is a place of stunning beauty. A peak that rises above the surrounding landscape, offering breathtaking views and a sense of serenity. But for all its beauty, Mount Nyangani is also a place of fear, a place where the line between the living and the dead is thin, and where children have been known to vanish without a trace. The locals believe that Mount Nyangani is home to spirits that are not always benevolent. Over the years, there have been countless stories of children who have wandered into the dense forest of the mountain, only to disappear, never to be seen again. Some say these children are taken by the spirits, who are angered by the intrusion into their sacred space. Others believe the mountain itself is alive, swallowing up those who dare to enter its domain. Parents in the surrounding villages warn their children to stay away from the mountain, to respect the spirits that dwell there. But children, as we know, are curious by nature, and so the disappearances continue, each one adding to the mountain's dark legend. So, if you ever find yourself near Mount Nyangani, remember, not everything that goes into those forests comes back out. Number 7. The Chilling Secrets of Lake Kariba. Lake Kariba, one of the largest man-made lakes in the world, is a place of stunning beauty. A vast expanse of water that stretches as far as the eye can see. But beneath its calm surface lies a history of tragedy and death, a history that has left its mark on the lake, turning it into something far more sinister. When Lake Kariba was created, entire villages were submerged, their homes, their belongings, and their lives drowned by the rising waters. Many of the villagers refused to leave, believing that the lake would bring them prosperity, but instead, it brought death. The spirits of those who perished in the floods are said to haunt the lake, their restless souls searching for peace that will never come. Fishermen who venture out onto the lake at night often speak of strange lights moving beneath the water, of ghostly figures rising from the depths, and of a feeling of dread that seeps into their bones. The locals believe that the lake is cursed, that the spirits of the dead will not rest until they have reclaimed what was taken from them. So, the next time you find yourself gazing out over the waters of Lake Kariba, remember that beneath its tranquil surface lies a world of darkness, a world where the dead still roam. Number 8. The Sinister Shadows of the Great Zimbabwe Ruins. The Great Zimbabwe Ruins are a testament to a once great civilization, a place where stone walls rise from the earth like ancient sentinels, guarding the secrets of a bygone era. But these ruins are more than just a historical site. They are a place of power, a place where the past is very much alive. Visitors to the Great Zimbabwe Ruins often speak of strange experiences, of feeling watched, of hearing whispers in the wind, of seeing shadowy figures moving among the stone walls. Some say these are the spirits of the ancient builders, still guarding their city even in death. Others believe the ruins are cursed, that those who enter are disturbing something far older and far more dangerous than they realize. The locals know better than to linger in the ruins after dark. They know that the spirits of the old world are not to be trifled with, that the Great Zimbabwe Ruins are a place where the past and present collide in a way that is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. So, if you ever visit the ruins, take heed of the warnings. Do not disturb the stones, do not wander alone, and whatever you do, do not ignore the feeling that you are not alone, because in the Great Zimbabwe Ruins, you never are. Number 9. The Eerie Tales of the Victoria Falls. Victoria Falls, known as Mosotunya or the Smoke That Thunders, is one of the most awe-inspiring sights in the world. The sheer power of the water as it cascades over the edge, the roar that can be heard for miles, the mist that rises like a ghostly shroud. It's no wonder that the locals believe the falls are home to spirits. But these are not friendly spirits. Some say that those who get too close to the falls, who stand on the edge and peer into the abyss, are in danger of being pulled in by the spirits who dwell there. Tourists have been known to disappear, their bodies never found, leading to the belief that the falls themselves are hungry, that they demand a sacrifice. The constant roar of the falls, combined with the ever-present mist, creates an atmosphere of otherworldly terror. The locals tell stories of figures seen in the mist, of voices carried on the wind, of a sense of dread that permeates the air. Victoria Falls is more than just a natural wonder. It's a place where the earth meets the spirit world, where the line between life and death is blurred. So, if you ever visit Victoria Falls, be sure to respect the spirits that dwell there. Keep your distance from the edge, and remember, not everyone who goes to the falls comes back. Number 10. The creepy legends of the Nyangani Shrine. The Nyangani Shrine, hidden deep within the Matobo Hills, is one of the most sacred places in Zimbabwe. It's a place where the old gods are still worshipped, where the spirits of the ancestors are called upon, and where rainmakers once went to summon the rain. But the Nyangani Shrine is also a place of fear, a place where dark rituals and secret ceremonies have been performed for centuries. The locals believe that those who disturb the shrine without proper respect will incur the wrath of the spirits, leading to misfortune, illness, or even death. There are stories of people who have entered the shrine without permission, only to be struck down by a mysterious illness soon after. Others have reported seeing strange figures in the shadows, hearing whispers in the wind, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. The Nyangani Shrine is a place where the past is still very much alive, where the spirits of the old world still hold sway. It's a place where the boundaries between the living and the dead are thin, where the power of the ancestors can still be felt. So, if you ever find yourself in the Matobo Hills, remember to show respect for the Nyangani Shrine. Do not enter without permission. Do not disturb the spirits, and whatever you do, do not take anything from the shrine. Because in the world of the old gods, respect is everything. And that's it from this video. See you in the next one.